Sonia Uche threw a question at us. Who is to be blamed? Mabel, Damian, or Abigail? Now, guys, if you have seen the movie Chances, you would understand where this debate stemmed from, where this argument started from. So, guys, to me, there is just one person that is to be blamed. This one person is literally the genesis of the problem in these people's life. A lot of us might have different opinions, different views on who actually is to be blamed. So, guys, the comment section is open. I want to know what you all think about this particular issue. First of all, guys, before I start, welcome to the channel. This is Substance TV, the TV for movie reviews, recommendations, celebrity gist, and trends. If you haven't seen the movie Chances, it is showing exclusively on Sonia Uche's TV on YouTube. Go there to watch it. Now, guys, let me start by giving a very brief summary of the movie Chances. Chances tells the story of Damian and Abigail, two individuals who love themselves so much. They've been together for 7 years and Abigail has risked her life for Damian in this relationship. Both of them not ready to settle down yet, but were still holding it down together. Damian, on the other hand, had a flatmate. Her name is Mabel. They stayed together, they were very close, they were cool friends, there wasn't anything sexual attached to their relationship. They were just cool friends, living together, sharing apartments, which Damian's girlfriend, Abigail, didn't support. So, one thing led to another, and these people found themselves in a very difficult situation that they couldn't fathom. That's about the summary of the film. Now, this is the point where we would ask ourselves, who is to be blamed? Abigail, Damian, or Mabel? Before I spell it out, who is to be blamed in this whole thing, let me talk about their characters individually. The character, Abigail, played by Sonia Uche. Abigail is someone who is loving. She loves her boyfriend so much. She's a jealous lover. She loves to protect. Okay, she protects her own thing. Now, we saw her relationship with her boyfriend. We saw how she was always, about the guy. She wasn't even in support of he having a female, housemate. She didn't like the idea. And if you understood who Abigail was, Abigail is also a very uptight girlfriend, okay? She's someone that would always want her own say to prevail, all right? So, Abigail and Damian, they've understood themselves, they love themselves the way they are, and Abigail is also stubborn. Abigail sometimes makes decisions without even considering, what her boyfriend wants. Okay, she just, as far as it will make her good, she just does it. And her boyfriend, so kind and so loving, loves her regardless. So, if there is something I understood about Abigail's character so well, is the fact that Abigail loves Damian so much, and Abigail has literally invested her life with this guy. Like being with a guy for a whole 7 years. It says a lot. And this girl has literally done things that, she would never have thought she would do. All right, aborting pregnancies for this guy and still being with him. That is love. Okay, she has invested her life in this guy so much, and she knew that, this is the guy I am going to end up with. That is Abigail. Now let's come to Damian. Damian is also a loving guy. As a matter of fact, I feel like Damian loves Abigail so much as well, and Damian is softer. He's softer than Abigail. Damian is someone that, allows his girlfriend to have her way. All right. He's a very cool person. He's a very nice person, a very protective person as well. Okay. He doesn't only protect his girlfriend, he protects the people he cares about, even that his friend, okay, his flatmate, he protects her, he likes her. Okay. Damian is a very cute person. All right. And you see the whole thing that happened between Damian and Abigail when Abigail got pregnant and Damian asked Abigail to keep the pregnancy, but Abigail refused. Knowing the kind of family she came from, she said, "You know what? No, I am aborting this particular one." It really shattered Damian, but Damian still loved her regardless. He was still there. And I understood Abigail for not keeping the pregnancy. Knowing the kind of family you come from and the fact that Damian is not even willing at that point to marry you because he just got a scholarship. So, a lady would not literally, no matter how much Abigail loves him, she doesn't trust him so much to keep the pregnancy and to wait for him to go study abroad and come back. All right? She knew the kind of family she came from, so she knew that getting pregnant out of wedlock is not an option. Okay? What example is she setting for her younger ones? So that was why Abigail aborted the pregnancy. Even if Damian was angry, he understood her and he never stopped loving her. Now, you see, Damian, before I come to Mabel, I want to also say something. When Damian was traveling out for his scholarship and Mabel got him gifts, how was Damian supposed to show appreciation? Damian was really happy, yes. He hugged her, he thanked her. Why did Damian kiss her? Damian was so excited that he kissed Mabel. He kissed Mabel. Mabel is his flatmate or his friend. He kissed her out of excitement. To Damian, it was a harmless kiss. Okay, just to show how grateful he is. How grateful he was. Alright, but to Mabel, it wasn't just an ordinary kiss. The kiss meant something to her. Okay, now this brings me to the character Mabel. Mabel is a sweet person. She hasn't been so lucky in relationship. As a matter of fact, Mabel has been going on dates and dates and dates and she hasn't found the one. Okay, now her friend is moving out. Her friend is traveling out. She gifted her friend and this guy kissed her. And something in her awoke. This is a lady that has been love starved. This is a lady that has been dealing with the orgies. Now, a handsome, good-looking man like Damian kisses her. It's just awoken something in her body that we cannot fathom. All right. That was why after that kiss, that same evening, this girl knocked on his door and wanted to have, her way with him. Like she so wanted to have a way with him. If not for that kiss that discombobulated this lady, I do not think that cheating would have happened. But the kiss that Damian kissed her went a long way. It went a long way. It took her mind far. She couldn't stop thinking about it. She wanted to experience it. So that was how everything sprouts. That was the genesis of Abigail's downfall. Now, if you ask me who is to be blamed, Damian is to be blamed. Yes. Because Mabel was living her life. She was in a good girl era. She didn't even allow, his looks to get into her head or to make her start misbehaving. It was after that kiss, that just one kiss. Why would you tempt a lady like that? This is a lady that that she wants to be in love. She wants to be loved. She's love starved. And then you kissed her, and that kiss unbolted every bolted lock. Okay? It just opened everything. And this lady didn't know what she was doing at that moment. She just wanted that moment. She just wanted, him that moment. And that's why we see after that day, it never happened again. As a matter of fact, she regretted, the thing happening. All right. So In as much as Damien didn't see the kiss as something personal or something emotional, he just did it out of happiness. Okay, he was still wrong. You don't kiss a lady who is not your girlfriend like that. The lady will begin to think something else. She began to have crazy ideas in her mind. Damien did not kiss her once, did not kiss her twice. He kept on kissing her, kissing her lips there. And the girl was just surprised, wondering. All right, and now, Damien, that act of having, their way, sleeping together, led to Mabel being pregnant. And Mabel kept the pregnancy. Yes, this lady needed at least someone to call hers, so she kept the pregnancy. And then when Damien traveled out of the country, he came back and whoa, he saw that his roommate, his flatmate, has a child of 3, 4 years. He got to know that that particular son is his son. And wow, everything changed. And the reason Damien actually left Abigail, because Damien loved Abigail so much. He was even saying it. He even told Mabel that he loves Abigail so much. Even Mabel knew that if you put she and Abigail down, she would not stand the chance. She knew that. But because of Damien's upbringing, how he was brought up by a single mother. He didn't want his own child to experience that. Okay, he wanted his child to have a complete family, a father and a mother. And that is why he said that even if he loves Abigail so much, he would do the right thing. He would marry Mabel because Mabel has a child for him. And that was what happened. Oh my God, Abigail was shattered. Abigail felt the pain of losing a guy she gave 7 years of her life to. In fact, I was really emotional. I felt for Abigail a lot. Abigail wailed. Abigail cried. Every tears that came out of Abigail's eyes, every words that came out from her mouth was felt. And Mabel herself felt it. She knew that she has offended her fellow woman. She knew she has offended her fellow woman. And that is why I don't blame Mabel for anything. Because Mabel knew that she has actually caused pain to Abigail. She has caused pain to Abigail and she really pitied Abigail. It's not easy to give 7 years of your life to a guy and then, you just see it shattered. It really hurts Mabel so much. But Mabel was also thinking of herself. She was also thinking of herself. And let's be very practical, all right? In this kind of situation, even if you know that what you have done, you regret doing it, you as a person, because you are human, you also want the best for yourself and your child. So that was why when Damian brought the option of getting married to her, she accepted. Because she wants the best for her son, she wants the best for herself. I really, really pity Abigail because after everything, Abigail lost. Like Abigail lost entirely. And the most painful and annoying part of the story is that Damian didn't even have the balls as a man, as a responsible man, to go tell Abigail what he had done and to tell Abigail that he's getting married to Mabel. Like this guy just got married to Mabel at her back, and that was the most painful thing. How did Abigail get to find out about that? She went to his house and saw a picture, a traditional picture of he and Abigail. That is the most painful way to find out that your fiancé has gotten married to another person. No respect whatsoever to even tell your girlfriend before getting married to that other person. No respect. She just found out like that. It is so painful. Damian, you did a thing, yeah. Damian, you are so annoying. Damian is literally the cause of everything, and he is so annoying and very irresponsible. The fact that you cannot even communicate with Abigail on what you have done and even let her know that, okay, you're no longer getting married to her, you are getting married to Mabel because of this. You went behind her to get married. You didn't even tell her, she found out herself. That's a cruel thing to do. You are cruel, you are wicked. My God. Nobody needs to be treated that way. No man, no woman needs to be treated that way. It's a very painful thing. Very, very painful thing. So after the movie, I went through the comment section, and in the comments, a lot of people talked about a part two. You know, people were pleading for Sonia to release the part two of the movie. They want to know, they want to see how Abigail was able to move on from Damian, being that, you know, it really hurt her so much, it messed with her brain. You know, she couldn't just bring herself to realize that Damian actually did this to her. So people want to know how she was able to get over Damian. They want to see her recovery step. All right. So, and whichever Sonia Uche does it good. This movie, I think it ended well. But if there is a part two, we would gladly want a part two. This is a very beautiful, brilliant work. Kudos to the screenwriter, kudos to the producer, to the director, to the cinematographer, and everyone who made this movie a success. The acting in this film is 100/100. Sodike killed his role. Datola Jones killed her role. Sonia Uche killed her role. Nana Ade, oh my God, why would I forget Nana Ade? He played the character Henry, and you know what? Henry was actually in love with Abigail's friend. Henry was so in love with Abigail's friend, and these people literally were getting married. Henry and Abigail's friend, okay? But because of the whole situation surrounding Abigail and Damian, how Damian broke Abigail's heart, Henry's relationship was shaky. Oh my God. You see that Abigail's friend really cared for her a lot. All right. Her problem was literally her own problem, and it affected her own relationship with Henry. Henry was like, I'm not Damian, I'm not my friend. All right. I love Henry's character as well in this film. Nana Ade did absolutely well. Everyone in this film was fantastic. Kudos to each and every one of them. Now, I love virtually everything in this film, all right? But there's something I want to complain about in this film that I felt was a disturbance, okay? And that's the background music. The background music was so loud, especially at the beginning. In as much as we want this background music, it should be toned down to the barest minimum, especially when they're having conversations. We want to hear the conversations. We do not want the noise or the volume of the music to overshadow what they are saying. At the beginning of this movie, the music background was so much. It was so much that I wasn't even hearing the actors themselves speak. So that's my only complaint about this film. This film is a solid 9.5/10. If you have seen this movie, let me know what you think about it. And if you have not, go to Sonia Uche's TV on YouTube and watch this fantastic movie. Thank you so very much, guys, for tuning in. Please do also like, share, and subscribe to the channel at Substance TV. See you guys in my next video. Until then, stay splendid.